Hi everyone, it's Lady Rose here with you from Goddess Garage. We have a lot happening tonight and I'm very, very excited to be here. I hope you will join us for everything. I am going to go through some of the things that are coming up, some of the events. We have a very special guest, Sheena from Crystal Connections.
Gemstone Connections.
Gemstone Connections.
Hello.
She's going to be talking to us about crystals tonight and certain kinds, what to do, how to use them, all that kind of fun stuff, their properties and whatnot. And then also, because we're doing Mystic Mondays monthly now, I have the whole April forecast for you of what April's going to bring, depending on what sun sign you are. So if you're Aries or Sagittarius or Capricorn or whatever you might be, I have the report. So we're going to pepper that in between crystal stuff with Sheena. And of course, we always have the lovely Sarah, who is never on camera, or very rarely. And tonight, with any donation, we're doing draws from Nature's Whispers. So if you would like a card read from this deck, let me know and tell Sarah in the comments that you've made a donation. Also tonight we're doing a draw because I forgot to do it last week during the ceremony. I was going to do a draw for a half price tarot reading. So my bad. So tonight if you type in half price tarot or, you know, half price winning or whatever you want to type half price tarot in the comments, Sarah will add your name into the crystal bowl that we will be drawing 2 half price tarot readings tonight, because I figured I could make it up to you and give out 2 tonight. And it's any tarot reading of your choice. So you can get the big tarot readings if you want, and yes, they will be half price. Okay, so for April, we have the bunny reading on special right until the end of April. We've got, it's a 30-minute reading and it's $25. Sheena just had one today. What'd you think?
It was amazing. It was amazing and very illuminating.
Yeah.
There's a lot in those cards that you don't really expect.
Exactly. And the bunnies are very interesting because it's all black and white. There's no color because they're kind of old-timey. And they have a very different way of using the cards. So I have a little cheat sheet that I'm using still. But if you want to try out your own bunny reading, it's $25. So you can't get a better deal than that. And I throw in a couple extra decks as well because I can't help myself. A lot of you have been asking about the shadow work course. That course is sold out now. But if you would like to get on a waiting list, please let me know, because I could start another one later on in the year, like, you know, June or July or something as well. I'd be open to that if you are interested. This is a shadow work course that's starting in May, but like I said, it's already sold out. This Saturday I'm doing a Reiki course for 2nd degree level. If you're interested in that, there's still some last minute seats available. Most of the levels of Reiki I do for $150. So if you want to join us this Saturday, please let me know. And then our full moon ceremony will be live April the 14th, 2 days before my birthday. And I know you've got your thing, Sarah, but we'll see how you're feeling that day.
I'll be here.
Okay, Sarah will be here. And we're like doing a ceremony like we did last week, but it's the full moon in April. So if anyone wants to be here live and be on camera and going through the ritual with us, let me know. I have probably 3 or 4 seats that I can accommodate for people. If you want to be here, the last one was a lot of fun because it was Austera. And we were planting seeds and drinking wine and eating delicious hot cross buns from Cobb's. Sarah got those for us and they were amazing. And we're eating more tonight. And then I have a tarot evening. So I was hoping to do a tarot evening where I'm going to do a group read April 21st. Be sure to check out our tab of events at the top of our Facebook page. We've got an events tab. Click on that pretty regularly. I try to share out the events, but Facebook's not always very generous about letting people see the events. So, and I can't invite people anymore. It's a new thing on Facebook that, you know, I can create the event, I can share it, but I can't invite people. So if I don't invite you, it's not because I don't like you, it's that Facebook won't let me. So be sure to always click on that events tab and see what's going on with us. And then we've got a new course also, Treasure Map Your Life. And it's an intensive, it's the first time that I'm offering this course. And it's if you want to improve your life, your bank account, your business, whatever it is, if you want growth guaranteed, it will happen once you do this course, because I give you about 25 different techniques that I've been using myself that actually work. And it's a very intense course. It's the 28th, 29th, and 30th. So the 28th and 29th are Thursday and Friday during the evening, and then during the day on April 30th. So it's a very fast course as well. And you'll get everything to treasure map your life at real techniques that really work. 'Cause I don't like buzzwords. I don't like sunshine going up your skirt. I want things that actually work. And then we've got 2 new moons in April. We're not doing anything live or anything like that for them. But April 1st, April Fool's Day, is the first of the new moons. And it's in Aries. And then we have a second new moon. So normally when it's a full moon and it's a second full moon in a month, it's called the blue moon. But, if it's full moon. But the new moon, the second new moon, there's always one every year, is called the black moon. So there's a black moon in April, and that one comes near the end of April. It's April 29th, and it will be in Taurus. So the one in Aries that's on April Fool's Day is a very powerful one for if you want to start new things, because it actually is on the Fool's Day as well. But Aries are very good at motivating, getting started on things. So if there's anything you want to start, this new moon coming this Friday is the time to start those new things and set those intentions. When the new moon comes again on April 29th in Taurus, that's a good time to set intentions for if you want money growth, if you want your bank account to expand, if you want your job promotion, or if you want to change jobs or anything like that. That is the new moon for that, and that's at the end of April. And because it's the black moon, it's actually a very powerful moon, because it will bring the energy of improved finances. In fact, they're already predicting that the world and global economy will improve because of this new moon coming. So keep that in mind if you want your personal growth to happen as well, as far as money and whatnot goes, because you can't use a little more money. Okay, so we're going to get into some of the signs. I'm going to do Aries, Taurus, and Gemini first. And then we're going to go over to Miss Sheena here and learn a little bit about crystals. And then we'll continue on with the other signs. So stay tuned. All the signs will be covered, not to worry. So we'll start with Aries. I'm an Aries myself. So our birthdays are coming up this month. So happy birthday to all you Aries out there, and to you who had birthdays at the end of March, because Aries actually starts March 21st. And you will be going through some solar returns this month. So Aries, it's a very, very, very wise decision to get an astrology reading. Not a horoscope reading. That's what you read in the newspapers, and that's what astrologers call bubblegum astrology. It's not real. What you want is an astrology reading, not a horoscope reading. So it's a very good month for Aries to get that done, because I know I'm going to be doing my own, because it's a lot of our returns happen then. One of the most important times of the year for you. It's a great time to get a personal forecast, which I just mentioned. It's also an excellent time for a year ahead tarot reading. And the only time I will do it outside of actually at the new year is in your birthday month. So if it's your birthday month, get the year ahead tarot reading done. And we look at all 12 months until your next birthday, and you can see what's coming up. And even if you did get the New Year's reading, it's still okay to get the year ahead, because some things may have changed simply because you knew they were coming up. It's sort of like now you know, so it's not as much of a surprise for you, so you can change things. And this new moon will open a lot of doors for us Aries, and which ones you should go through. The readings and the astrology report will definitely help sort of pinpoint that for you. One big thing is Saturn will be influencing us from this month until around 2023 in June. So that means Saturn will help us gain both clarity and insight on our hopes and dreams and help bring them into reality. So that's a big thing because Saturn is one of the big boys. And when your Saturn returns, big things happen. So that's why it's so cool to get that astrology reading, because you can get it up until the 2023 and see what's going to happen. Find out how within your astrology forecast. So that's it for Aries for now. Then into Taurus. Oh, those Tauruses. My sister's a Taurus. Something big is coming your way. Tauruses do have a lot of things that come their way. They're usually pretty lucky, but you actually have lucky Jupiter with you for most of 2022 for the rest of the year. So that's good. You're going to be recognized for your hard work. So if you're, in a career and you want to get some rewards or some bonuses or a promotion, this is the year to go for it, because lucky Jupiter will be on your side and you will be seen. There will be lots of love from friends and family, and new loves or rekindled loves will also be happening. So there's going to be a lot of love for you in 2022. The only warning for you, Taurus, is watch your health this month. There might be some concerns that come your way. So be careful, stay sanitized, stay safe, all those good things. And then for Gemini, Jupiter is also with you guys for most of 2022. And it's bringing professional luck for you guys. This is going to be a crazy month, April, for you. Good, but a lot will be coming at you all at once. So know this. So, make dates with yourself to have a day off, to have some rest. Self-care is very important, because anything that happens is going to happen like all at once. So get ready for that. Now is the time to get in front of any authorities in your life, such as bosses or managers, or if you're a kid, parents and things like that, because you'll actually be able to persuade them to your way of thinking, or, seeing that you're really good at what you do. Again, bonuses or promotions, things like that can happen, but you got to get in front of them and say your piece to them. And that will work out for you. We're going to do Cancer next, but we're going to go over to Sheena first.
We'll just sneak in here.
Yeah.
And can I ask, is that good?
A little more. Get close.
Okay.
Here, I'll help.
Hello.
Hello. Can you fit in there? Can your legs go in there?
Yes.
We can back this up a bit.
There we go.
All right.
Good.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
And I wanted to talk about crystals because I find they're so useful in helping us in our daily life. And I think one of the most important things about crystals is if you have one in front of you, it's a physical reminder. Oh, I need to remember this. So to me, it's a beautiful equivalent of the rubber band.
Oh, yeah.
You see the rubber band, snap it, and it reminds you of something that you need to do.
Right.
And so to begin with, I didn't want to go with clear quartz or amethyst. I wanted to go with something that I think is really needed right now by a lot of people. Mm-hmm. We've needed it in the past 2 years especially. Mm-hmm. We've been going through a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. Change is always difficult, even when you love it. Mm-hmm. Yep. I love change. Mm-hmm. We still have to go through a process when we do that. Yeah. And so now we're coming out of lockdown, and this is a world we don't know. Right. And so that causes a lot of general underlying stress and anxiety. So the first crystal I want to talk about is called Lepidolite. Okay. And the really interesting thing about Lepidolite is that it's mined quite extensively because it contains lithium. Oh. And some people may know that lithium has been used as a drug to help with depression and several types of emotional disorders.
Right. Oh, that's very cool.
And it's very calming, so it brings people down. It's mined extensively for other purposes because lithium is used in a lot of electronics and other manufacturing processes.
Okay.
But we're here to talk about what it can do for us personally.
Yeah.
And so first of all, I'd like to show you the rough form.
Okay.
And it comes actually in two different forms. This is, now I'm not sure how I can...
Sarah
you're
will
good.
direct you.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. This is pure lithium, which it's a mica. And so this is like sheets.
Yeah, it looks like you can just pick it off.
Yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to really relieve some stress, you could
Here,
pick off
you
the
can
sheets.
hold it a little closer.
Thank you.
Maybe.
So you can actually see the sheets, like, sort of, when you hold it on its side.
Yeah.
And on the top there, it's
No,
like...
it's not catching it.
Oh, okay.
It's too close.
Yeah.
That's okay. Not to worry. But here, yeah, I immediately saw that, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I remember picking off mica on rocks.
Yeah, and this is a type of mica. We're very familiar with mica.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the actual pure lepidolite form, but it's more frequently found in quartz. And so I've brought some rough pieces of lepidolite. Now this is my baby bra lepidolite. This is my bra buddy. This goes in my bra when I need it, which can be quite often. Just, when you're going out. And then this is a larger piece, and I'm hoping that you can see the sparkle from the mica.
Yeah, it's very sparkly.
Oh, good. Yeah, this one's going to be a lot easier to see. Now, this is also considered a raw form of lepidolite.
Mm-hmm.
And then raw and rough is always more powerful.
Right.
Once it's been polished, shaped, carved, formed, and quite often when it's been polished, it's going to have a coating on it, usually cerium oxide.
Okay.
So what you're doing there is you're changing the energy of the stone.
Okay.
And it does serve a different purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And, this can be a little rough in the bra sometimes.
Yeah, I'll bet. It's like, oh.
Yeah. I know it's there, though. And so rough has always got the most power. Once
Okay.
it's been polished, it's less powerful, but the different shapes serve a different purpose.
Okay.
So I wanted to show you one of my meditation. I call it a meditation stone. It's a palm stone. It's a good size, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And it fits very nicely in the hand. It's not too big. And it's a reminder, and it's something that you can use to focus on when you're meditating or just sitting watching TV, and it will help bring down your stress levels.
Nice.
And so a palm stone is literally that. You hold it in your palm, and it can really help with you bringing down your stress and anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we have the monster sphere, which is not as sparkly as the palm stone. The purpose of the sphere is 360 degrees stress relieving and calming.
Right.
And the nice thing about lepidolite is it acts very quietly and calmly on all of your chakras.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
So for me, this is the go-to stress and anxiety stone.
Right. So this opens all your chakras and helps to calm them.
It calms them, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's doing it in a very soft way. Some crystals, it's like bang, okay, my third eye is open. I can feel it.
Right.
Zing. But this is very calm, very gentle, and it's beautiful to wear as jewelry as well.
I'll bet.
Yes, and but just holding the stones, having them tucked into your bra or your pocket is also really helpful. This is the stone I have with me always.
Wow, that's nice. And so you put this in a room and it calms everybody down, right?
Yes. Which can be really handy.
Yeah, I'll bet. So any of you any kind of couples therapy, this would probably be a good thing to bring with you.
That combined with rose quartz, because rose quartz is the ultimate love stone.
Right,
Yes.
right, of course. Yes. And you have all these kind of stones to purchase?
I do. I'm just going online
Mm-hmm.
right now, so things are still in flux. But I do have a Facebook page
Okay.
where you can contact me,
Mm-hmm.
and I have quite a few crystals in rough, tumbled, polished, every kind of shape you can possibly imagine. And they're all available for purchase, but you'd have to contact me before they're not online yet.
Okay. Well, you have 2,300, I think you said, to
Yeah, I have
put
a few.
online.
I have
so-
a few. It's going to take a while.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to mention that if someone's watching and they're interested in contacting me,
Mhm.
and if they mention your name,
Lady Rose.
it's a 10% discount off your purchase.
There you go.
Yeah.
10% off, boys and girls. So
Yeah.
look her up. What's your page on Facebook?
It's Gemstone Connections, capital G and capital C.
Okay. Gemstone Connections. Look for that on Facebook. Get your 10% off by saying my name. It invokes a 10% for a discount.
You have power, girl.
That's right.
You have power. And I'm going to sneak off screen so that you can...
Okay, I'm going to do a few more signs. We're into Cancer now. What does April hold for those of you in Cancer? Well, you have new horizons that are opening up for you, and some great opportunities that are opening up as well. Some of you are supposed to move forward, and some of you Cancers are supposed to pivot slightly different directions. So different kinds of things. Some of you need to move forward and some of you just need to pivot. So if you get a forecast, astrology, you can get a monthly forecast, by the way, that's geared just to you. Depending on what your star signature is, that's what I tend to do when I do a forecast, because we're more than just our sun sign. So it's very customized to you. It will tell you if you need to move forward and what you need to move forward on, or if you need to stay where you are, but you just need to pivot a little bit and where you should be pivoting. So if you want to find out more, let me know. The monthly forecast is, I think it's $33. It's not very expensive. So let me know if you want one. And then we move into Leo, the lions and the lionesses. Leo, so this month, April, will be a month for you to remember. Your relationships are all about to get deeper and stronger because of work you have done in the past and you are working on currently. So if you want to take your relationship to that next level, if you want to rekindle and bring some fire back into it, this is the month for you guys, for Leos, to do that. Anything money that has to do with scholarships, bonuses, loans, ventures, capital, and even court or divorce settlements will be arriving this month. So if you've been hoping for any of those things, if you've been thinking about getting a loan or doing some venture capital for a business you want to start, this is a good month for you Leos to do that. There's an opportunity for you at the end of this month that's coming for you. So watch for that opportunity as well. You don't have to start watching now. Wait till the end of the month because that's when it comes. And now for the Virgos. So Virgos, okay. So you're going to have a lot of plates spinning, Virgos, but you are good at that. You're very good at details. So not to worry, you've got this. If you are single, love is coming. So keep that in mind, those single Virgos out there. If you are in a relationship, the bond is about to get stronger for you guys. You may find your job isn't fulfilling you lately, and is it time for a change? So maybe that's something you need to think about, Virgo. A forecast would definitely kind of help confirm that, yay it or nay it, but you're not finding your job as fulfilling this April, so something has to change. And now for the Libras, those Libras that love balance, you're the scales. So your plate, although is just one plate, unlike the Virgos who have them spinning for April, you have one plate, but you have a very large plate and it's very full. So you're going to feel an increase in energy. Libras are going to be full of energy this month, and you'll see some health improvements as well. So if you've been not feeling well, you're going to feel better. If you are doing fine, maybe you'll find that, oh, this is the month that I really pick up on the exercise routine, or I'm making the right decisions and eating healthy and all that kind of stuff. There is health improvement for all the Libras this month. So that's always a good thing. Saturn is having his influence on you guys, though. Saturn, again, is one of those big boys. And he's the big boy that creates boundaries, limits, and he can limit us sometimes, too. But he also brings us the biggest life lessons. And he is creating a lot of hard work for you, Libras, for this month. So be prepared. It's probably a good thing that you have lots of energy and your health is improving, because Saturn is going to test that. And but it comes with a big reward. He has a big reward, Saturn does, for you. And if you want to know what the reward is, you know what you got to do. Get a forecast. Because I can't say what the reward is because there's so many different variations. I'd have to see your entire chart to be able to help pinpoint that. Boy, this bowl's starting to get full, eh?
It's getting there.
So people are saying half price tarot. If you want a half price tarot reading, say it, type it in the comments, and Sarah will put your name in the crystal bowl, and we'll be drawing for 2 of them tonight. And then we'll do Scorpio, and then we're going to go back to Sheena and her other crystal that she's brought here. So Scorpios, oh, they're always so hot. And it's a hot month for you. April is a hot month for your love life, Scorpio. If you're trying to get pregnant, this is a very fertile month for you, so keep that in mind. Keep it in mind if you don't want to get pregnant too, because it's a very fertile month for you. There are some life lessons coming your way, especially in the areas of home and family. And there are also some very good gifts coming your way. Either way, you're going to feel extra passionate all through April. So that is a good month for you, Scorpio. And now we're going to go back to Sheena, and she's going to share her next crystal with us.
Let me just sneak in.
Yeah.
And I don't actually have any rough of this crystal.
Okay.
But I really felt intuitively I wanted to bring it, and because it's for the heart, it's for the throat.
Oh.
It's especially appropriate for women. Blue stones are for the throat chakra and for helping us speak our truth and speak honestly, and to speak, heard. Yeah, and to be heard, hopefully, and to also to really put it out there with a positive attitude and also feel that truth.
Yes,
deeply.
Yeah.
And so a lot of traditional stones for the throat chakra are lapis, because it's such a dark blue. I kind of, at this time of year and with everything that's going on, I'm going into this self-care and working with the worry and stress that people might be feeling.
Right. And
to sort of make it easier to enjoy the spring that's coming.
Yes.
I brought Amazonite.
Okay.
Which is also, it's a very light blue, and I'm hoping that we can get...
It's a heart shape.
Yes.
I like that.
I love the heart shapes. And I don't know if you can see the flash. No. Not enough light. And it's hard for me to get the angle. But the beautiful thing about Amazonite is that you'll get a chatoyancy where the whole crystal will flash, especially, and that's why I've got a flat heart, and I buy the flatter palms because you get more flash, and that flash just sort of gives you that soft, happy feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much looks like water.
Yes.
Just looking at it.
And so that flash, that chatoyancy, gives you that kind of ripples on water.
Right.
So it's about flow.
Yeah.
And this stone is about courage. It's called the Stone of Courage and the Stone of Truth.
Okay.
But I find it's got a very gentle energy as compared to some stones.
Right.
It's an alternative to rose quartz.
Okay.
But it's also doing double duty.
Right.
So to speak.
Right.
And it's one of the things I find it really helpful for is because it's a gentle stone, it's easier for people who have a lot of trauma.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people with PTSD, and it's not an idle term that I'm using there.
No.
All of us have been through varying degrees of trauma with COVID, with lockdown, everything, all the ramifications. And so I find the Amazonite is a very calm, gentle, it's like floating you through to healing.
Right.
Rather than bang, you're open.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring the calmer stones tonight because I think that we really need that.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. That's a beautiful stone. I love it. And of course, too, all of us, whether we've got like some emotional or mental issues, none of us have been social for a long time. So it's a good thing to have that so we know what to say again. Because like, you know, like the other day I went up to a bank teller because I had to go into the bank for whatever reason. And I almost forgot how this process goes, you know? It's like, what do I say again?
And just having that kind of idle conversation with people is now changed because a lot of people aren't wearing masks.
Yeah.
And so I'm interacting with people that I've met in the past 2 years. And I'm like, is that who I think it is? And I have to listen for social cues like their eyes and their voice. And so that's a whole different level of interaction that we're not used to anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So this is great. This is a beautiful stone. And this is another kind of stone they can order from you?
Yes. I've sold out of everything but the hearts at the moment, but I do have more palm stones coming in.
Okay.
Yes.
And you have hearts in stock?
I have lots of hearts in stock. This is my favorite shape for Amazonite.
Yeah, it's a beautiful stone.
And because it is with the heart chakra, I just find I like the palm stones. Yeah. But I prefer the hearts.
Yeah. And the heart chakra is actually green as well as pink.
Yes. So this has got the blue-green aspect.
Yeah, it does. It does have a very greeny blue kind of hue to it. And it is very calming too. I don't know, maybe it's this stone as well sitting beside me, but I'm feeling pretty chill right now. It's like, oh, who needs wine when you got these? I love it.
So you can find me on Facebook, Gemstone Connections, capital G, capital C. And if you mention Lady Rose, you get 10% off.
There you go, 10% off.
Thank you.
So keep that in mind. Go check her out. She doesn't have everything online yet because she's got a ridiculously large inventory. But if you want either of the stones that she showed tonight or any of the stones that she shows in future episodes, you'll be able to find out what she carries. Or if there's something you're looking for, give her a message. Send her a message and see if she's got some of that because I probably think she does.
It's highly likely. In all different forms.
In all different forms as well. And she can also help you pick which form would be best for you in the way that you want to use your crystal and help yourself with that crystal. So she's very, very informative in that way and helpful as well. And
now it's Sagittarius?
Now it's Sagittarius. Yay! I know you guys have been waiting, both Saggies. So Sagittarius, the first thing is get organized now.
Oh, damn it.
Really? That's the first top of the list thing that I got. Otherwise, your month will be chaos. For some of you, there's a move coming up. Your thirst for knowledge will be strong, and your wanderlust will be coming to the surface. So make your plans and get organized.
Damn it.
Yeah, but when I said that your wanderlust, like, you're going to be traveling soon. So I know that.
You hear that, Dustin?
That's something I know are looking forward to.
So that's the reward for getting organized and getting all your ducks in order.
Yes. Well, you probably will be traveling anyways. But if you're not organized, it's not going to be a fun travel.
It's not as much fun.
Yes, exactly. But I know you both travel well. You said you actually like traveling, right?
I love traveling.
Yeah. And you like the actual traveling part, not just the destination. Yeah, I'm like that too. I love the traveling part of it. I don't get stressed when I'm traveling, so it's cool. Unless I have to go to the bathroom. I did bark a German cleaner out of a bathroom because she wasn't going to let me go.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I got to the point where I was on the sink and I'm like, I'm doing it.
I had a similar experience in London when I had to get off a train
Yeah.
on my way to Brighton, and I didn't have any British money because I was headed to France.
Oh.
And I wasn't stopping anywhere.
Right.
And
And they make you pay?
yes,
Yes, a lot of countries do make
you
you
have
pay.
to pay for the washroom. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what do I do?
Mhm.
I had to leave the station and try and find somebody to take a Canadian dollar. And they're looking at it going, play money?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was warned of that when I went to Europe.
Yeah.
Bring money for the bathrooms because you'll need it. They don't let you in for free.
Did not know that.
Oh, I was so glad I learned that before I went. Okay, so now for Capricorns. Capricorns, embrace your inner author. This may be the month for you to put pen to paper or fingers to keyboards. If you have a book in you, this is the month to start that book. Books don't usually just take a month to write, of course, but it is a good month to start it. And watch your money, as Saturn wants to teach you some life lessons about finances. So Capricorns are interesting when it comes to money. They usually attract money. They usually attract good paying jobs as well. They're not as good about hanging on to that money, unfortunately. So this is a month, Capricorn, to be very mindful of that, because Saturn's going to be teaching you some lessons in that. So if you're already sort of going, I'm going to just reserve my money for whatever comes up that's needed, not wanted, this is a month to do it. Spend away in May, unless I say otherwise during Mystic Monday, May.
No Amazon. Sorry.
Yeah, no Amazon. Capricorns, you also may feel wild, but don't spend your money wildly. So do it in other ways. And did you want to teach the self pose that you had?
Self-care pose?
Self-care pose, sorry, yes, that's what I mean.
I would love to.
Okay.
If we have time.
We do have time. So I'm going to do the last two signs, Aquarius and Pisces, so stay with me for that. Sheena has a self-care pose that's very effective. I've been using it myself, and it's been very, very good. I've felt the effects immediately. And it's a beautiful way to really love yourself, if that makes sense. And then we're going to get into the card reading after that, okay? So, onwards and upwards with Aquarians. My daughter's an Aquarian. Aquarians, I call them the Johnny Depps of the zodiac because they're always odd, but they're odd in a cool way. So, Aquarians, wealth and abundance are at your door this month. All you have to do is open the door. That's all you got to do. The work has been done and it's right there at your door. You also have the opportunity that is a long game. So if there's something you have been thinking about doing, it's not going to happen instantaneously. Maybe it's a business venture, maybe it's a career, something like that. It's going to be a long game, and it's going to be approximately a 3-year long game. Okay? So it's a project, not just a like one and done. But it pays off very handsomely. But go into it with that attitude that this is going to be something I've got to build. However, be aware of the weight that Saturn is going to place on your shoulders this month. It's going to be very heavy what he puts there, and be prepared. You can carry it. You're going to feel it though. If you kind of want to know what house or what area of your life that weight's going to come from, you can get a forecast, of course, and find out where that's coming from, but it's definitely coming this month for you. And then last but not least, the baby Pisces, the most mystical of all the signs. This is a very important month for you. Miracles, blessings, new chapters are yours for the taking. So keep that in mind. April's a very good month for you. It's a great month to do some building in your life. Your dream life is at hand right now, as long as you start that building of it. The stars, the planets, the entire universe are all aligned in perfection for you, Pisces. Everything is exactly as it should be for whatever you wish for. So everything is in alignment for all the good luck, for all the dreams that you want, all the new chapters you want to start and write. It's here for you. April's your month to get it done. All right, so that's Pisces.
I want to be Pisces.
I know, right?
Like, listening, going, switch.
Tracy's.
I wish we could. But no,
Well,
I'm happy as a Sag.
The cool thing is you have a signature. So you might have Pisces as part of your signature. And you can
remember.
And we all have all 12 zodiac signs in our chart. So that's part of the forecast is I tell you, like, where's your Pisces? Because everything's aligned in that house, right? So if it's in your career house, go for it. If it's in the travel house, do some traveling because it's all lined up. Everything will just go as you want, kind of thing. So it just depends on what house it's in and what that means, what area it's in. So I can look up any of these because I know I read other signs. I'm like, I want to be that sign. It's like we are that sign. It's just where is it in our life?
We got to get organized. Sorry, Sarah.
That's right.
Damn it, Sheena.
I've already started, but I've got so far to go. But it's fun at least. I'm enjoying the journey.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's not slog, so that's really good.
Yeah.
Sarah, I don't know if you can get my whole upper body. If I move back a bit, would that help?
Yeah. You've got room if you need to stand. You've got room to
Yeah, I can stand too.
Yep.
Whichever's easiest for you. I just need from waist up.
Yep, you're good.
Okay. So as well as selling crystals, and I do, along with the crystals, I do what I call crystal prescriptions. So if you come to me and say, I'm really stressed, but usually stress is not one general thing. It has specific elements to it. And I put together crystals that fit, that's a prescription for you personally. And I also do general prescriptions, just like over the counter. And so in all of this, I have been doing holistic and intuitive healing since I was a child, essentially. And I've been honing that. One of the things I added to that, and so I also do appointments for and do sessions for intuitive and holistic and crystal healing. Something I've added to this mix, which I'm really excited about, is embodiment and how our bodies, if we train our bodies, it literally changes our mind. And as you mentioned, 4 weeks ago, I showed you one of those exercises, and you don't have to think about it. You just only have to think about how you're doing it, and doing it for 5 minutes a day. And this is going to sound very huckster, but it literally does change the way you think.
Oh, absolutely.
And we need 21 days minimum to learn a new habit. And I started doing this last year, and I've literally found it life-changing.
Yeah.
And it's amazing what it can do. So tied into the crystals I brought, what I'd like to share with you is a pose called self-care, essentially. And this is, we don't get enough hugs. It doesn't matter if we live with people who hug us every day. We don't get enough hugs. And so this is literally simply hugging yourself, but doing it with a physical awareness. So you start with just making sure your shoulders are loose and down, and that you're relaxed. Taking a breath, just relax. You let your belly out like when you were a kid, if you can. It's not easy for us to do.
No, it does take practice.
Yeah, it does. And we forget how to do it really easily. But we can just try to relax the physical body. And then you take your hands, and whichever way is more comfortable, you bring one hand here and one hand here. Or you can also reverse it, whichever one's most comfortable for you. And you don't want to be clutching. You want everything to be relaxed. So you bring your shoulders down. And whichever hand is closest to you up here, you just gently, literally just lay your head down on that hand. And you make sure your fingers and hands are relaxed. And you take in a deep breath. And almost always you'll yawn, which is a way of your body releasing tension. It's wonderful. And you just feel that warmth that you're giving yourself. And if you feel like it, just sort of snuggle in a bit. And sitting down, this pose works just as well. And I find sometimes you might just start doing this. It's like a little bit of rocking. And all of this is telling your body, through embodiment, it's telling your mind, I love you. I love you. And we're really, most of us actually are not very good at doing that. I love you. And you don't have to say it out loud. And just make sure your shoulders are relaxed and your whole body's relaxed. And just breathe like that and see how it feels. It might make you feel uncomfortable. And that's okay. Keep trying until it feels comfortable. I know it took me months to feel comfortable saying I love you. This is an easier way to say I love you. The first time I did it, I was okay. So that is it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And it just takes you down and it takes you in and helps you show love to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it makes so much sense because, I mean, they've done a lot of experiments where, if you smile, your brain doesn't know the difference. It thinks, oh, she's smiling, so therefore I'm happy.
Yeah.
Right? So when I started doing this, I realized it's like a smile because your brain doesn't know who's hugging you, whether it's you or someone else. It responds, though, like someone is hugging you. And
you get endorphins.
And as North Americans, we don't get enough touch at all. No. They're way more touchy over in Europe.
And Quebec.
And Quebec, that's true. I have a French-Canadian husband, so yes, the first time I met them, I'm like, oh, that's a lot of touching. But yeah, we need more touch, and if we can provide it for ourselves.
This is a beginning.
Yeah,
this is a beginning.
Yeah.
And I find it so simple. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, exactly.
Why didn't I think of it? And there's just that touch of awareness in the beginning, so that you sort of you analyze it to the extent where you think, well, I'm really uncomfortable with this. I'm really stiff.
Right.
Why can't I get up here? And
right.
If you're feeling that way, then look at maybe why.
Right.
And that's something that I can help with as well.
Okay.
I do some of the embodiment. I'm still learning because it's so incredibly vast.
Right, yeah.
But I can help you with some of that to help facilitate your journey in using embodiment to change the way you think.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's what I find so amazing about it. The self-care pose changes the way you think about yourself in terms of self-love.
Oh, yeah, I can see the power in it, absolutely. Because in the Treasure Map for Life course that I teach, or going to be teaching, I use a lot of techniques that your brain doesn't know the difference. It just knows that this is where you need to go, or this is what you need to do, or this is how you need to feel in a very positive way. Much like the self-care, it doesn't know who's hugging you. It just knows you're being hugged, and your brain can't help but respond and go, I'm being loved. And that's a very powerful thing, to be loved, because a lot of us don't love ourselves. We see the flaws in ourselves. We accept the flaws other people see in ourselves, but we don't go, well, hey, I'm good at this. We feel it's conceited to do something like that.
Yes, and we have to understand the difference between self-care and selfishness, and being constantly focused on ourselves. If we're not functioning at our best, then we're doing a disservice to ourselves and everyone else. Yeah. Sacrificing and murdering yourself is... Oh man, women are good at that. We are very good at that. And we learned from some of the masters, our mothers and grandmothers. We need a 12-step program for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Hi, I'm a martyr.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hi, I'm a martyr too.
I'm a self-sacrificer. I'm trying to do things for myself, but it's really hard. I've gone 2 days without sacrificing.
Okay, that's your next course.
That's right.
We have to start an MA, Martyrs Anonymous.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Self-sacrificers welcomed as well.
Overgivers.
Yeah, overgivers. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we wear it like a badge a lot of the times.
We do. We do.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you for letting me come on the show and show
thank you for coming.
some of this.
It was awesome to have you on. If you want to see more of Sheena, let me know. We can bring her on the show next month or whenever. We'll have a crystal corner kind of set up for her.
I'm happy to do it.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming. Let's pull some cards now.
And just before everybody gets into the cards, 10 minutes left, you guys. Make sure you get in your entries for the draw.
Yes, we'll be doing the draw probably right at 8, right?
Yep.
Right at 8 o'clock, we'll do the draw, see which 2 are going to get a half-price tarot reading. Who is on our list for readings?
Sarah Wynn.
Sarah Wynn, always top of the list. Oh, and Emma and Tara are right after Sarah Wynn. I owe them some cards. So. Okay, Sarah Wynn, this is yours. Leap of Faith. And it's a butterfly lady, it looks like, who needs to take a leap. So you've come out of the caterpillar cocoon stage. You are now the beautiful butterfly. You need to fly. And it helps with the leap that you've got to take, because at least you won't fall because you've got some beautiful wings now. So that's for you, Sarah Wynn. Whatever you've been sort of hesitating on, take the leap. Now's the time to do it. And then we will do Tara. Heighten your vitality. So that's interesting, Tara. You are actually named after Mother Earth, and you get Mother Earth. She's holding the globe, and all different colors are coming out of that globe, and it says heighten your vitality. So definitely, value yourself and know that you are important, and that it is your energy that often will be the catalyst for a lot of other people to take on their inspirations. Sometimes we keep being told to chase our own inspirations, but sometimes we're that torch of light for other people to take hold of their inspirations and fulfill their dreams. And right now, Tara, you are in that position. So, look around you and see who needs that help from you, because you're there for them. And Emma, my dear, you have a beautiful woman basically walking almost on water. She's enjoying it. She's another kind of butterfly lady, and it says breakthrough. So you're about to make a big breakthrough. I know you've been waiting for sort of a breakthrough time. It's going to happen. It's going to happen April the 8th when it starts, that breakthrough to come through. So get prepared for it. I saw April the 8th come up, and so you kind of need to get ready for that, okay? So know that it's coming, but be patient until then, and it will happen. Who's after?
Sheena.
Sheena, what did you get? You got accumulation of vision. Another tree.
Yes.
Wow.
She's beautiful.
Show everyone else.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Thought I'd show the person who's getting the cards.
Well, yeah.
I can always rewatch. Right?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. And last time it was all in green, now it's all in orange.
Yeah, interesting.
So heart chakra and sacral chakra.
Yeah.
Interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Moving down.
Moving down, but moving into your power.
Yes.
Right? You've learned to love, and now you're moving, because as women, sacral chakra is a very powerful chakra for us.
Mm-hmm.
We have superhuman powers. And you're really looking ahead too. She's looking ahead. She got a card today from this exact deck, and you were tied up in love.
I didn't see the dryad in the tree because I keep getting love in my readings.
Yes.
Romantic love, and I was just like, oh no, massive eye roll. But it was a dryad, and I'm very connected with trees. And
yeah. And then
this one is like, I'm alone, I'm the prow of the ship.
Exactly. And it's also fall, it looks like, right?
Yeah.
So harvest time as well is what I'm seeing in
Thank
this.
you.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Avery.
Okay, Avery. Avery, you got open your heart. You've got a beautiful swan at your throat. Which is
beautiful.
Isn't that a beautiful card? Wow. And I love this card. This card has come up a couple times over the last few readings. And she's just like, you're just vulnerable. You're totally open because your throat is exposed. And of course, as our animal instinct is, that's a very vulnerable spot to be in. But you're letting that swan come in. And I was just telling you earlier that swan feathers are actually very powerful feathers in love spells, because swans actually mate for life. So they're often referenced a lot in love spells, and their feathers are used. When you can find them, they're very hard to find. But it does say open your heart. So if you are, in a relationship and you want the bond to get stronger and deeper, now's the time, but you have to be vulnerable. Or if you're looking for new love, this is the time to open your heart and let people in. Don't put your guards up. The problem with finding love is people want to go, I want to find love, but I don't want to let anybody in here. It's like, you can't have it both ways. You gotta let people in. And yes, you might get hurt, but that's the cost of true love, because when you find it, it's a beautiful thing. Okay.
Me.
You.
Me.
All
Yay.
right. All right, Sarah. What does Sarah get? Okay, you did not get patience.
Thank God.
Has that been coming up frequently?
For about a year and a half now.
Yeah. I think I've had 2-3 readings in the last 6 months that did not have patience in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's knocking you over the head.
You think?
So it's interesting. You are an owl lady. You're flying with an owl who has his wing around you in a protective kind of way. You also have the whole universe behind you, aligned and following you. And it says, trust your own understanding.
Huh.
So you are in a place of great wisdom right now. You know a lot of stuff. And you know what's best for you. And you are also processing a lot of knowledge and gaining a lot of knowledge right now. And you're becoming a master in your life. Part of it might be, too, becoming your own advocate. Because that to me, that owl sang out, like, I suddenly saw glasses and lab coats and stuff. So it's in gaining the knowledge that you gain power, but everything's lining up for you too. So you're almost like a Pisces that way.
Better than having to be organized.
Yeah.
True. Group card.
Group card. All right, group. What did you get? So this is for those of you that are rewatching, or didn't get in time or whatever, didn't ask for a card. Amplify your positive emotions, and you've got a little baby dandelion fairy, because those are dandelion things in her wings.
Sweet.
And it says, amplify your positive emotions, because then your wishes come true. Because what do you get when you blow on a dandelion? You get your wishes, right? But you have to be in a positive mind frame. And she's just wading in the water, enjoying herself, exploring her world for what it is, and loving it for what it is. When you're a little kid, a puddle is amazing, right? So embrace that childlike wonder and play in the puddles a little bit. Spring's coming up. It's fun to splash in the puddles. So what if your socks get wet? They can dry.
You don't melt.
No.
No, it's
Time for our draw.
Time for our draw. Okay. We're drawing for 2. And Sheena, I'm going to get you to grab one of these.
Okay. Do I have one?
I think you do. Let me just see. Put it down in my hand. Yes, you do have one.
Okay.
Okay, our first winner of a half-price tarot reading is Jennifer Scott Brighton.
Yay!
Yay, Jennifer! She was here for the ceremony last week.
Awesome.
So now you get a half-price tarot reading of your choice. I will pick the second winner because I forgot to do it last week. I was so distracted by my ladies and the wine and whatnot that I forgot to do the draw. So I'm going to draw two. So our second winner for a half-price tarot reading, and I really should probably have my glasses on so I can see what this is. You really folded this up good.
Yes, I sure did.
Let me see. Sheena!
Oh my goodness! It wasn't rigged, I swear.
No, it wasn't rigged. Sheena was in the draw for sure, and I drew Sheena. It wasn't, and I couldn't have cheated because it was so well folded. I could not tell who it was for a long time. So congratulations, Sheena.
Thank you. That's amazing.
Lovely to have you out, and now I get to do a half-price reading on you. So you have all of April to pick when you want to do it. And congratulations to Jennifer as well. You get a half-price reading. You have all of April to pick when you want to come in for it, and we will do you up. Okay, I guess that's it for us tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you join us again when we're live again. Watch for our events. Bye.